Irish Footy Vlogs, myself and Cian Menton once again. Cian, bit of an interesting video today. It's in relation to Wexford and Cabinteely in many ways, and Galway in many ways as well. But we're just talking about how Wexford had to forfeit their 4 games, Cian, for playing an ineligible player in 4 games. Now, those games, the main game, I suppose, Cian, we can talk about is the one against Cabinteely, isn't it? Cabinteely, yeah, because you know, Cabinteely have gained an extra 2 points from this. Those extra 2 points at this minute in time have them in the playoffs. They're above Galway point. They're above Cove Ramblers by a point. Now, we talked about in the last video that there was a hearing as well. We're not sure about the results of that hearing yet, whether those 2 points will have to be rescinded again or kept on. Therefore, Cabinteely will be playing Bray in the playoffs, or Galway will be playing Bray in the playoffs. Now, Cian, I think that's probably about it there, but
I'll start from the start here.
I was just going to say, you have some information on this anyway, so...
Yeah, I'm going to start from the start, and first of all, I'm here to back Wexford FC all the way. I'm here, look, I've gotten some information, and, you know, I'm just going to clear Wexford's name here, because I think they've been dragged through the mud in the last couple of weeks, and I don't think it's right. So... It was the start of the season, pre-season. Wexford, this lad came up. They recruited him. He came up to play. Obviously, was good. Said we'd like to sign it. Had to go to the English FA for clearance for this player. This player was obviously, look, you can't play until the clearance comes through and stuff like that. So the English FA went to the FAI then and says, yes, he's good to go. So that was grand. They've got to go ahead. So he's been training, he's been playing, and I must add, sorry, that the secretary, who is a volunteer, worked tirelessly to get this deal over the line. So got to go ahead. So it's a big weight off the shoulders, a big well done to everybody. They got this player in. They got to go ahead. They went through all the rigmarole that had to be done. Got to go ahead, played the player, and then 4 games into the player being played, one of the games being against Cabinteely. 4 games in, there was the English FA approached the FA and says, "Oh no, here we might have a problem here." Right? So first of all, Wexford are saying, "Okay, you can't play anymore just till this is all sorted." So Wexford stopped playing the player as soon as he knew there was maybe a problem. So first of all, I don't think Wexford are in the wrong that way in any way. This is a problem with the FA, the English FA, and I think it's the English FA who's at fault here. It's not Wexford FC, so I don't see why they should be punished. But
well, Wexford, as you say, given the go-ahead. So if you're given the go-ahead to do anything by a higher power, so to speak, or people that make these decisions, what are you going to do? You're obviously, well, that's fine. We can go ahead now because
that happens.
Yeah.
I think that happens now all over the league now. People are going to be looking because Pat's signing a player tomorrow. Get told we can play. Who's to say you can't play? So I think there's a little bit of a problem here. But this is with the English FA. So Wexford have nothing got to do with this. In terms of, obviously it's their player, but they had nothing got to do with feeling an eligible player.
Now, be eligible to them because they were
now, you know, for example, from thinking back at Pats, right? Now, I genuinely don't know how much it is, right? The fine. I would probably say, like, there has to be a fine. But I'm thinking, let's say, I don't know, for example, let's say $2,000 for every match you play him in.
The issue is, Cian, Wexford technically would have to pay a fine, is that right?
Yeah.
To appeal the situation, isn't that right?
I wouldn't know too much on that now. But what I'm saying is, I'm thinking of a fine that they're going to have to pay for fielding an ineligible player. So I'm thinking, like, let's say, I don't know offhand, but let's say $2,000 a fine per match. So if you times that by 4, that's $8,000. Now I don't know whether it's in excess of $8,000 or $10,000 or $12,000 or $15,000. I wouldn't know that. That's not information there.
There is a fee though to be paid.
There would be. I would presume there is a fee. So, but I presume the fee is times by 4 for the amount of games they've played. So, all Wexford stopped playing these or stopped playing them. Now, I just want to add, they've been dragged through the absolute mud since this has been brought out. The comments and everything going on about social media with them and the disrespect shown towards this club is an absolute disgrace. I know, for example, I know underage coaches there. I've seen underage coach setups. I've seen the first team setups pre-season against Pats. I've seen everything. Everything everything in Wexford is down to a T. Like I was just sitting back. I seen an under-19s game play, and I was like, wow, this is so professional. They had, I don't know what you'd call them, but it looked like a sports psychologist.
Okay.
Now, it just looked like one. I don't know from a distance. I would presume that's what he was. They have a fitness coach. They have obviously a physio, which let's add, not a lot of people actually have a physio in that at that level. In that, it's obviously a fellow with a medical bag. So they've physios, they've fitness, they have a fantastic manager. I think they've from I'm trying to think now and I stand on the sideline, they had a coach looking after I worked it out in my head, but they obviously had a coach who was looking after attackers. They had because I was looking at them training and then I was looking at like the defenders and
Yeah,
then
separate
looking at
coaches for separate
places.
departments.
And like that doesn't happen too often. Let's be honest. Like usually you have a manager running around like a headless chicken before a game, getting hit by balls and everything flying around. This is a professional setup here. Everything. These are volunteers in this club, and the work that's being done to get a team on the pitch is just unbelievable. Like right down from the kit man, right up to the main man. The work that's being done, the amount of times people have helped out this club. Like I was even looking at their streams online, and their streams online they're absolutely fantastic. They have the graphics and they have the things popping up under goals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't even have that on Watch Yellow Eye. So I just needed to get that out there. I just think they're one of the most professional setup sides. And look, I don't know. I don't know whether anyone from Wexford is even going to see this video. I'm just saying that people have dragged them through the mud enough, and I think people need to give them a break. But getting back to what happened, I heard, okay, that there was one team that objected, right? And the one team, funnily enough, is Cabinteely. It's like an episode of Coronation Street, to be honest. Cabinteely objected with this. They weren't happy, and I think they appealed it. Okay, so they appealed it to a hearing, and FIFA ended up getting involved. I don't know how. I think everybody was called on to a Zoom call, and FIFA read out a declaration to say, "Look, Wexford we're not in the wrong. They've done nothing wrong. Everything is okay. All things dropped." So all of a sudden, right, grand, Wexford have done it.
Yeah.
I believe, now, this is what I'm being told, I believe that Cabinteely have went to another different hurlings board, okay, and they're not letting the charges drop, even though this thing is being read out by FIFA, so I don't know what way that works. But I don't know whether it might be gripe between, let's say, Cabinteely, the FAI, or the other hurlings board and the FAI. Who knows? I don't know. But what I'm saying is maybe something else is there that's making this happen. But at this minute in time, I honestly, I genuinely don't know what's going to happen here. But all I know is I'm here to clear Wexford's name, and I do genuinely think that they've done nothing wrong in this situation.
So, like, just thinking of the here and now, Keane, if, all this hopefully, goes away for Wexford, that they obviously get their points back. People say it doesn't make a difference. It does make a difference. The justice thing. But it sounds of things that Cabinteely shouldn't be getting those extra 2 points, basically.
No,
And
but
probably should be in the playoffs.
in
And I'm
re-
sure Keane Galway have to somehow know some information on this, or did he certainly look
well,
into
I would presume. I don't know. I genuinely don't know that question now. But I'd be thinking to myself now. I'm thinking, and I'm saying, this is this is damaging to the people in that club. This is damaging. Like this is one of the most professional setups for volunteers in this club. Everybody in Wexford FC are volunteers, and it's just, apart from the first team manager. And look, even the work the first team manager does, he's definitely underpaid. So I just know that the setup and everything is done right, that building into the community. We've lads from the 17s going, 19s, from the 19s going to the first team, all from Wexford. So all homegrown players, and all, like, these are going to be a force. And they're just being dragged through the mud here by this situation. But I don't know whether, look, to be honest, it's a bit of a disgrace that we're talking about Cabinteely being the only team here, because this team was top of the first division when Wexford played them.
Actually, yeah.
This was Cabinteely's.
This was very early in the season. Now these games actually are very early in the season. I can't think offhand exactly when, but was, the first 6 games or so.
This was the day Cabinteely dropped their first points.
Okay. Yeah, that was the draw.
And you know, I'm thinking it's not like the lad went on and beat the world and scored a hat-trick against them.
The other thing I was going to say, Keane, in all honesty, what would Wexford honestly have to gain to actually go against the rules? I mean, really, like, you're playing a player, but you're going to know it's going to bite you in the arse, aren't you?
Like my team.
It's likely know. You're not getting away with stuff like that.
No, you're not getting away with stuff like that. But it's not that. It's like Wexford wouldn't even dream of doing that. They're a top club, and you know what? Wexford are more respect than that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to try and pull wool over their eyes. Why would they do that? Why would they get themselves in bother? I think anyone, if you were to take Shamrock Rovers, Bows, and Dundalk out of the equation, if anyone was to get a fine now at this stage, they could put any club under. So Wexford are certainly not going to put themselves in a position where they can do that. When Wexford are, let's say, are probably the lowest budget in the league. So I think it's an absolute disgrace. But look, I'm here to clear Wexford's name, and I'm here to put them in good faith because I think they deserve to be. Obviously, we've seen the situation with Cabinteely, and it's not good. But I hope Wexford get what they deserve, and I hope Galway play Bray on Saturday or Sunday, whenever it may be.
Well, Keane, that's great info in fairness, and hopefully common sense prevails, you know.